For this project, we have studied the relationship between income and mean years of school attended of men ages 25 and older. Although we will mainly be focusing on men 25 years and older, Gapminder shows a positive correlation between income per person and mean years of school attended in both men and women. Income, also known as GDP per capita, is the gross domestic product per person adjusted for differences in purchasing power. Mean years in school is the average number of years of school attended per person in their specified category, which in this case is men ages 25 years and older. As we all know, not all countries develop at the same rate. The United Nations Development Program uses the Human Development Index to assess the development of countries based on mean number of school years attended. The results state countries considered to have very high human development attended an average of 8.9 years of school in the 1980s. This increased each year and was last recorded in 2013, with the average number of years being 11.8. On the other end of the spectrum, these results state countries considered to have low human development averaged 2.3 years of school in 1980, which only increased to an average of 5.1 years of school attended in 2013. Countries lower on the HDI scale would be considered low human development countries. These countries struggle to develop at the same rate as others for many different reasons. Fluctuations in these economies throughout time have very little effect on the change in mean years of school attended. This can be seen in the Gapminder graph, with countries very low on the HDI scale not increasing mean years of school in correlation to the rise in GDP per capita. Niger is a great example of this. Being the lowest ranked country in the statistics, the range of mean years in school changes very little regardless of income changes throughout the years. Gapminder does a great job showing the positive relationship between income and mean years in school in higher human development countries. Shown on the graph are the top 5 HDI ranked countries. As seen on the graph, these countries start with some higher mean years in school. This is due to many factors such as mandatory schooling and more resources available for extending education. In Norway, education starts with primary school, which is grades 1 through 7, ages 6 through 12, and then lower secondary school, which is grades 8 through 10, ages 13 through 16. Both schools are mandatory for children ages 6 through 16. Being a high developed country, there is enough funding for schools allowing the government to make education mandatory. After the required years of schooling, additional years of school are attended based on available funds per person. Having a higher income allows a person to pay for and attend higher levels of education, not possible in less developed countries. This is also seen in other highly developed countries with similar styles of education. Currently here in the United States, laws make education compulsory starting from ages ranging from 5 to 8 and ending at ages ranging 16 through 18, depending on state. This averages out to about 11th or 12th grade.
We have noticed a trend between China, the United States, and South Korea. All three of these countries showed a spiked movement upward along the graph. But we are more interested in South Korea. South Korea has a sharp turn in 1980. Wikipedia states that in 1980, the Ministry of Education implemented a number of reforms designed to make the system more fair and to increase higher education opportunities. So as education increased, so did income. The School of Economics, Seoul National University, mentions enrollments increased sharply as existing colleges and universities raised the number of admissions by 30%, and many institutions of higher learning were established in South Korea. The enrollment ratio for colleges and universities broke the 40% barrier in the late 1980s, but women also play a significant role in this. Wikipedia also states that there were about 10 women institutions of higher education, such as junior colleges, and universities by 1987. In today's society, the enrollment rate for high school is approximately 96.6%. This means almost 99% of the current South Korean females have approached primary and secondary education.